Hello, everyone. Matt Clark, research analyst with Money and Markets here with your weekly marijuana market update. Now, again, before I start, just want to remind you to head over to moneyandmarkets.com after you watch this video. Sign up for our free daily e-letter from Sunday to Saturday. You get an e-letter that contains safe, sound, smart, profitable investment information from myself, from Green Zone Fortune's co-editor Charles Sizemore, and our chief investment strategist Adam Odell. So go to moneyandmarkets.com, sign up to get safe, sound, and simple, profitable investment information every day for free. Now, for this week, I'm going to turn to some comments that I've seen on our YouTube channel. Fernando asked me, Matt, what do you think about PCLOF stock? Well, thank you for the question, Fernando. I appreciate that. And by the way, I appreciate all the comments I get, whether you agree with me or disagree with me. It's fine. I don't, I enjoy reading all of it, and I like to take your feedback seriously. But thanks again for the question, Fernando. He did that via our YouTube channel. Now, before I dive into the company, I'm going to look at its financials. I'm going to look at its stock information. And I'm going to let you know what I think before I round out the video by getting into our Cannabis Watchlist performance. Now, first, the company itself, it's a Canadian-based company. It's called PharmaCielo Ltd. It trades over the counter. The ticker symbol is PCLOF. It also trades on the Toronto Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol PCLO. So it does trade over the counter here in the States. PCLOF, it is PharmaCielo Ltd. It specializes in medicinal grade cannabis oil extracts, tetrahydrocannabinol oil, and other products used by pharmacies, medical clinics, and even cosmetics companies. It also offers its own telemedicine software to various medical providers. The company offers its products primarily in Canada, Colombia, Italy, and Mexico. Now, among its products are a CBD isolate, which is refined to remove all THC, terpenes, and other impurities. They also offer a broad spectrum distillate that is a CBD dominant oil with minor cannabinoids along with other oils. The company is licensed to produce both CBD and THC cannabis extracts. In December, the company did make a change in leadership by naming longtime board member Henning von Koss as its CEO. Did that in December, actually. He had been a board member since 2017. Financially, the company has experienced some difficulty over the last several years. Now, in 2019, the company had a total revenue of just under 800,000 Canadian dollars. I do it in Canadian because the financial information I pull up has it in its traditional currency, which is Canadian dollars. So 800,000 Canadian dollars, $800,000 Canadian in 2019. Now in 2020, it got a boost and saw a total revenue, and this is everything, of around 6 million Canadian dollars. Its projections for the company are to reach 65 million in total revenue this year and 70.1 million by 2022. All in all, well, those are pretty aggressive revenue projections. The company sees those figures as it expands into the United Kingdom. It recently signed a sales agreement with a British wellness and cosmetics wholesaler. Now, its Rio Negro processing plant is now one of the largest in Colombia, being able to produce a little more than 30,000 kilograms of extract annually. Now, it did recently receive a high THC quota that was granted by the Colombian government, and that will allow it to continue to expand its product portfolio. The company has also struggled with its earnings before interest, depreciation, and amortization, or EBITDA, if you like to refer to it that way, EBITDA, over the last few years. It faced EBITDA losses of around 31 Canadian dollars per share in 2018 and 2019. That's the lowest it had been since the company's founding. That loss got better of about minus $12.70 per share in 2020, but it is projected to hit around $31.80 to the good this year before paring back to around $23 per share in 2022. Again, those are all really aggressive projections for this company. PharmaCielo's stock price has relatively been flat. It was relatively flat, rather, coming out of the March 2020 coronavirus crash. It pushed past $1 a share in late December, continued to rise into December after von Koss was named the new CEO. The stock hit a 52-week high of $2.21 in mid-February. That's a 590% bounce off its low of just 32 cents that it set back in October of 2020. It tested resistance at around $2.15 twice before paring back below $2 to trade. It's around $1.45 right now, $1.45, $1.46, give or take, in that range right now. Now, my thoughts are there is some potential here, but I'm just not sure how much. Its work in the UK and Colombia are very promising. I was reading an article just recently about CBD uses in cosmetics and a chemist with the Institute of Personal Care Science said there's definite benefits there to use CBD in cosmetic and skincare products. So I think there's an avenue there as this company branches into the UK for the first time. Now, as for Colombia, the company could set itself up to be a strong player in Latin America as Mexico's poised to legalize cannabis use. But remember, PharmaCielo specializes in medicinal use, not recreational. So you have to kind of temper all those expectations. A lot of people think that it's going to be a huge breakout in Mexico, but you have to understand that's recreational use. Their medical use has already been on the books and it has been legal. So you have to kind of understand the intricacies of it, of how all that works. But I think Latin America could be staged for a nice legal breakout. Once Mexico goes fully legal, I think you're going to start seeing other countries in Latin America, specifically Central America, even in South America, that are going to look towards legalization here in the immediate future. Now, as far as investing in this company, I think you can invest on the dip and hope for another test at $2.15 at that price point at its resistance. But it would be a risk, and I'm not going to kid you. It is a risk because it's really hard to say where that dip is going to stop and when you're going to see an uptrend start. So you could buy in now on a dip, but then it dips below, gets even lower, hits $1.40, goes down to $1.35. You've bought the very high point of the dip, not the low point. So it's kind of a guessing game. And this is an over-the-counter stock. It is a very volatile stock. It did trade sideways, and then it had a massive bounce. So even before that, it had a lot of ups and downs. So you have to be very, very cautious. I think if there's some settling, if we see this bounce back up to $2 a share, maybe even $1.90, $1.85, I could see that as maybe signaling a good uptrend potential starting. But right now it's starting to fall off, and I'm just not sure where that bottom is. So again, not a bad company, certainly not one that you shouldn't look at to possibly invest in. I'm just not sure if the timing is right now. But this is one of those companies that it might be worth keeping an eye on, and I think I'm going to as well. Now, to shift gears a little bit, let's talk about our Money and Markets Cannabis Watchlist. You can see that on moneyandmarkets.com. After a recent sell-off in cannabis stocks, they are back in play, and the list is back to its strongest position since the first of the month. As I look at our watch list, the average total gain of our 7 stocks is 48.5%. I'll take that in the cannabis industry. I like that. That's not bad. We've had better, not by much, but we've had a little bit better, and I think we're going to get back to that point and even succeed that point here in the future. Here's a breakdown of each one of our positions. First, we'll start with Scott's Miracle-Gro. Trades on the exchange under SMG. Wall Street analysts continue to raise their ratings for the fertilizer company. Recently, analysts with Raymond James and Truist Financial both reiterated their buy ratings and raised their price targets for the company. Now, SMG is now up 38% since I put it on the watch list in September. Schweitzer Mounted International trades on the exchange under SWM. It's been relatively quiet for this company since it beat earnings and revenue projections in its most recently quarterly report. The company is now, this company's stock rather, is now up 60% since being added to the watch list in September. Perkin-Elmer Incorporated trades on the exchange under PKI. The testing company experienced a bit of a dip, and I was really worried about this. I kept my eye on this one pretty closely during the recent stock rotation. However, Vantage Consulting and Epic Investment Partners recently bought stakes in the company. That's kind of boosted a little bit and showing a little bit more investor confidence. PKI is now showing a 7.4% gain since I added it in September. Turning Point Brands trades on the exchange under TPB. Like Schweitzer Mounted, things have been relatively quiet for Turning Point since the company beat expectations in its last quarterly report. TPB is now up 73% since I put it on the watch list in October. Grow Generation Corporation, it trades under the ticker GRWG. This is a cannabis play. It has been very, very busy over the last week, even longer. It recently acquired 55 Hydroponics, which is an Orange County, California company, and it's a B2B inventory and operations platform called Agron.io. They are the 7th and 8th acquisitions, respectively, for Grow Generation in 2021, and we're only in March. They've acquired 8 companies in just 3 months. So they are definitely on a spree, and their stock is going well as well. Grow Generation is our best performer on the watch list so far. It is up 99%. It was a triple digit. I think it's going to go back there. It's up 99% since I added it in November. Planet 13 Holdings, it trades over the counter under PLNHF. It's a Nevada-based cannabis company. It dropped as much as 10% after I recommended it in January. Again, kind of worried about it, but it was part of the rotation, so I didn't get too weirded out about it. However, its Santa Ana Superstore continues on track to open later this year. Things are going very well for this company. Its shares are now up 14.3% since I added it in January. And then the final company on our list is High Tide Incorporated. It trades on the over-the-counter market under HITI. PCLOF. It is the latest edition. I added it just a few weeks ago. Most recently, the company did file its 40F form with the Securities and Exchange Commission here in the United States. That is a big move to list the company on the NASDAQ, which is what it plans to do. Now, all the NASDAQ has to do, they're now going to go through the form, and if they approve the form, the company can then start really pushing forward to trading on the NASDAQ. It's over the counter now. If it goes on the NASDAQ, that is going to open things up tremendously for this company, and I think it's going to happen here relatively soon. Another news item for the company is that it does plan to release its quarterly earnings on April 1st. I'm going to keep a close eye on that. When that happens, I'll let you know if anything changes or if there's anything noteworthy. So make sure you look to moneyandmarkets.com. I'll let you know if something goes on there. But so far, high tide stock up 9.5% in just a few weeks. And I think it's still going to go strong. Once it gets on the NASDAQ, I think it's going to blow up big. I think if you're holding it now, you're going to be looking at triple-digit gains once it hits the NASDAQ, and I'm pretty certain of that. So I'll keep a watch on all cannabis stocks, the cannabis market, let you know as soon as possible if there is any changes we made to our watch list. As of right now, I don't see any. I think everything is going fine. We kind of weathered the rotation, and now cannabis stocks are back in play a little bit, and I like that. And I think we're going to see even more boosts to our positions. So congratulations if you have bought into any of those positions. If you have, let me know. Email me at feedback@moneyandmarkets.com, or you can comment down below on our YouTube channel. Let me know how you're doing. What stocks do you have? What would you like me to take a look at? Did you follow any of our watch list recommendations? If so, how are you doing? Love to see that. So make sure you do that. Also, check out Money and Markets each and every day. For new content, we try to provide you safe, sound, simple, and smart, profitable investment information for you and your portfolio. So until then, we've got a lot more coming up this week. Make sure you keep it tuned to our YouTube channel and watch out for new videos that we have coming out just about every day now. We're really pushing the envelope. So make sure you watch out for those. Until then, I'm Matt Clark, research analyst for Money Markets, host of the Bull and the Bear podcast, as well as the Marijuana Market Update. Until next time, everyone, safe trading.